Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is MacMan Limited. As you guys can see here, I have two different machine heads here on my guitar. I have the Grover kidney beans here, which I am installing today, and I have here the original Gibson Deluxe Kluson tuning heads, which are quite problematic, and yeah, so I'm going to be upgrading to these guys right here. And I did a lot of research on how to do this because I actually have to ream out the holes on the back of my guitar a little bit to fit these in, and I thought since there's no YouTube videos about this, I might as well film my experience and kind of share that with you guys. And I'm going to run to get my telephone right now because it's ringing, and Alright, so I'm back, and first of all, just a little heads up here. I'm recording this on my iPhone, so it's a little lower quality, but that's basically because I can't, there's no one around to help me film this, and it'd be very difficult for me to film this with my DSLR by myself while doing this. So just quick tour of my guitar. It is a 2005 Gibson Les Paul Classic here. So it's got the 1960 profile necks, very thin, so you can play very quickly. And right here I have some Jimmy Page pickups that I picked up online from somebody that purchased a Jimmy Page Les Paul signature model and didn't like the pickups apparently, which, to be honest, that's probably the best thing about the guitar. So I got these installed, and I don't have push-pull pots installed yet. I'll be doing that a little bit later, but right now I have them installed out of sync. So when I got it in the middle switch, they're out of sync, so you get that quacking noise. But anyway, let's get back to the tuning heads here. So first thing, what you should do is pick which one you're going to do and remove the string. And since I don't have very many sets of strings left over, I'm going to try and save these strings, which I was successful with the first one that I've done. So I'm going to quickly do that as well. This is actually the first time I've ever been able to save a string. I never really tried before. I've always just cut them off a lot quicker. But I actually saw a video by Seymour Duncan here on YouTube, and he showed a way that you can save the strings a little bit easier. I won't be going over that because it's too tedious. So when I'll get back to you guys, the string will be removed, and I'll continue with the next step. Alright, so now that the string has been removed, I'm going to unscrew this right here so I can remove the machine head. And I'm going to do this one-handed, and I don't believe this screwdriver is magnetic, so I may lose this screw. Just pull it off, put that to the side, and I'm actually going to be replacing, I'm going to be putting in my original screws so that they fit into the original holes a little bit better. But also you can see here at the top, the new Grovers that go in only have one screw, so you're going to have that open hole, and you can just find some red candle wax or something like that to fill that in. Okay, so we're just going to pull this out, and here we can see the hole right there. Now here's a trick to remove this little spacer up here, which can be a pain in the butt to get off. What you will do is over here. What you can do is you can go over here to where you have the spacers and the parts here for the Grovers. Take one of these, go back over here, pop it in there, and then you can just push it out with your thumb. Just like so, and you can see that it starts to come out like that, and then you can grab a hold of it and pull it out, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my screwdriver and just push it the rest of the way out. So I'll resume with you guys once I've done that. Alright, so you guys can see that I've now removed that, and here comes the little bit of scary part where you're going to need a tapered reamer like this, and you're going to actually have to ream the hole out. As you can see, I have some lines on here. What I did originally was I tried to line up the reamer with the new Grovers. As you can see, hopefully I can balance that on my leg. You can see right there, this bottom part, where's the tool? Right here is a little bit wider. The Klusons don't have this piece right here. They only have this. So what I did was I tried to measure how wide that is and how deep I would have to go in here. So I marked it off. I marked it off short, first of all, so I could check things out as I'm going along. As you can see, I have 3 different levels. but the highest level is where I marked off, where I finished off the first one. So I highly recommend doing something like that so you can kind of see when to stop. Alright, so we're going to get a garbage can here below here because this thing just cuts through the wood like butter. I was very surprised when I stuck this in here, but basically just stick it in there, give it a few twists, and you can see the wood starts coming out very quickly. And you can see there it starts coming out. So I'm going to get back to you guys once I have completed that. Alright, so I've now reamed it out, and I've also tried to and hug the upper end right here as you're reaming, because the hole down below matches up perfectly as it is. You kind of want to remove more of the top than the bottom. Just something that a few people have noted online, so I really tried to do that. So we just test it to see if it fits in there. It fits in there nicely. And we're going to, like I said earlier, I'm going to use the original screw. So it won't match with the gold hardware here, but that's not a big deal for me. And I'll get back to you once it... Alright, so I now have screwed that in. Now what I'm going to do is take the washer right here, and we're going to put it on right there. Then we take this thing, slip it on there, tighten it by hand at first, and then later on tighten it all the way. And then you basically just repeat 5 more times if this has been your first one, or for me, 4 more times, and then you are all done. So this has been a really quick video by MacMan Limited. A couple notes here, some things you guys some information about this. You do not want to drill out the holes as a lot of people their first instinct to do is. Instead you want to pick up one of these called a tapered reamer, and you want the hand tool so it's a little bit more delicate and you can control it a little bit better. And the reason why you don't want to use a drill and just drill it out is because a lot of people have ended up splitting their headstock and destroying their guitar. Obviously you can fix it, but it's a real pain in the butt. And the taper reamer, it's just a better idea to use one of these. So anyway, it's really not as scary as what it may seem. I was really concerned about doing this myself, but now once I got started, it's very easy to do. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.